William, so what is worse in Star Wars? Killing children or gay people?
What the fuck kind of question is that to?
Okay, no, wait, sorry, I phrased that wrong. I'm sorry. What's worse in Star Wars? The Last Jedi or gay people?
Okay.
What ruined Star Wars?
Okay. Alright. This is the direction we're going.
That's how we're starting off the spoiler cast. Hey, so, alright, so, oh boy, this is a journey. William, as a non-obsessed Star Wars fan, even I could tell this trilogy was a fucking journey. This new trilogy.
It was a shit show.
Oh boy.
God, you think it would start out alright with The Force Awakens?
I think Force Awakens was good. I mean, it was a rehash.
It was okay.
It was a rehash, but it was a new thing. But it was it was good. It was better than Phantom Menace. That was episode 1. That was episode 1. Yeah, it was better than episode 1. That's for sure. Yeah, but yeah, I like Force Awakens was good. The Last Jedi I took was you know what's the problem with this trilogy? It's when you don't have a story written.
Yeah, you don't know where you're going with the
I was like, well, okay, so Force Awakens pretty much established the basic of the story. You know, we got here's Finn, here's Rey, here's Poe, here's Baby Yoda. He's in there somewhere.
He's with the Mandalorian.
Yeah. That's all set. As I read on Twitter, people are asking, where is Baby Yoda in The Rise of Skywalker? Legitimately asking, not ironically asking. People, Twitter legitimately asked, so where's Baby Yoda? They legit asked that. Where's Baby Yoda?
Figures, okay. Thanks, Twitter.
Okay, so the problem is there's no story in this series.
There's no story, there's no direction, and because of that, we got a shit show of a trilogy.
Yeah, because here's the thing. Rian Johnson. Good. He's a good guy. He's a good director. You watch Knives Out?
I have not seen Knives Out.
I heard Knives Out was really good. It was really good. You know what I found? He did Looper. I didn't realize he did Looper.
No, he
did you do Looper?
Yeah, he did Looper.
Oh, I was like, wow. Well, this guy's good. Yeah, but the problem was, so I think Rian Johnson's a good director when you give him a standalone story. I don't think he should have worked with Star Wars because it was a part of a story. And the problem is they didn't have a story written. I feel like they were literally.
No, the problem with that is, first of all, J.J. Abrams did The Force Awakens, and then he left some hooks, right? He left some questions to answer, right? And then the problem with Rian Johnson is he's looked at these questions like, fuck this, fuck these questions. I'm getting rid of these questions. I don't want to answer them. I want to do my own thing with Star Wars, right?
But I've never seen a movie so hard that tries to ignore the previous movie.
God. And it's like there's nothing. It's like with The Last Jedi. There's some things I can appreciate in there. First of all, the cinematography is fucking great. Acting was alright.
Yeah, they're Star Wars actor.
Yeah, Star Wars acting is alright. You know, for a Star Wars movie, it was great. And then it's up to storylines in The Last Jedi. The thing I only like in that is probably just the Kylo Ren and Rey storyline. And even then, that has its problems. Is only because of how I don't like how they treated Luke's character at all. Yeah. Because it doesn't make sense with the character that was previously established in the original trilogy. Yeah. And that's kind of like my only gist of it. Also, because everything else is kind of bad. Yeah. You get Holdo, and then you get Poe, and then there's we
gotta find the hacker. Yeah. We gotta find every '90s hacker, every '90s movie hacker who says what, you want me to hack the most secure system in the galaxy? No, that no one has ever done before in the history of the universe. That you need a team of 20,000 hackers to do. You son of a bitch, I'm in.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we've never been done with that hacker. I really fucking know it. All right, but that's people can go to the store. Last Jedi spoilercast for that. Yeah. Is that the Last Jedi spoilercast? All right, so back to Rise of Skywalker.
We're just rehashing old issues because the thing is, Last Jedi was divisive. Most certainly, you either love it or you hate it. I most certainly hate it. And it's but it wasn't the worst thing in the world. If we could recover from that, it would have been fine, I suppose. Yeah. Only problem with that is in Rise of Skywalker, you know everything about the Last Jedi.
Yeah, that's I was like, literally, I've never, because I was like, watching this, I was like, this movie felt like two different movies.
It was two movies in one.
Yeah, because the movie was trying to tell a Star Wars story, and then the other movie was they were trying to tell ignoring the last Star Wars story.
Basically.
That was like, I've never seen a movie trying to retcon its retcon so hard. I was like, wow, they You're really damn. They really don't want people to remember it.
I know, it's frustrating, but it's like you watch Rise of Skywalker, and at least for me, I absolutely hate the fucking thing. But and we'll get into why.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's like, again, it's because it's 2 movies in one. But it's like if J.J. Abrams just stuck with the Star Wars franchise, we would have probably got a decent franchise.
Yeah, because I think the problem
here.
I think the problem is they wanted to do like what the original trilogy was, have a different director on every different sequence. But the problem was, like from what I read, they had the original trilogy worked out. Like even though they got a different director for all 3 different movies,
yeah.
they still had here's point A, and here's the starting point, here's the ending point, and here are the groundworks. The problem is Rian Johnson literally just ignored the groundwork, and so they had to backtrack on it.
It wasn't the fact that he ignored the groundwork. It's just they had no groundwork to begin with. The thing is...
Oh, wait a minute. They planned for Palpatine since Force Awakens.
Yeah, sure
They definitely planned for that.
Sure did.
It was 100% always going to be Palpatine again. We all saw it. Was. Did you not see Snoke was an anagram? If you rearrange the letters in Snoke, it's spelled Palpatine.
Exactly.
Yeah. It was foreshadow.
It's so annoying.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Alright, so should we start taking this movie scene by scene now?
I'm trying to figure out how. First of all, I don't think it's possible for at least for this to do it scene by scene. If only because they only spent 5 seconds on a fucking scene before they switched to another one.
Oh, you're right. This movie was all over the place.
It was very, very fast paced, and it's like there was some good stuff in there.
Mm-hmm.
But if it,
there was some cool stuff. You know who's cool and not cool at the same time? The Knights of Ren.
Exactly.
The coolest people to be introduced, and just for them to be uncool. Oh fuck! Remember they said that the Knights of Ren were gonna be back in Rise of Skywalker. I was like, oh fuck yeah, the Knights of Ren, and then they're like, oh yeah.
They're just
oh,
there.
did you? So have you seen the visual dictionary that came out for that thing?
The what?
So when Rise of Skywalker, they released like a visual book detailing the history of everything leading up to Rise of Skywalker. It was like pretty much like a character, like a journal, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so they put the description for all the Knights of Ren. All of them were edgelord. Holy shit! They're like, one of them was like, this one takes a weapon from every enemy he defeats and add it to his collection. This is the silent one, but he speaks his mind with his blade or some dumb shit.
Okay.
All the Knights of Ren are edgelord. Holy shit! If you have time to look up that visual dictionary, just look at the Knights of Ren character. Don't even look at anything else in the dictionary. Just literally look at the description for Knights of Ren. But they're all fucking edgelord or some shit, and it's like the funniest shit ever. If you read their description, like this one always takes a piece from every stormtrooper he defeats and add it to his armor.
Wait, isn't the stormtroopers just like fucking allies?
Hey, shut the fuck up. This is what this one does. All right.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah. So all right. So where do we want to start?
Okay.
Even though we've been starting.
I think for this we can't really go scene by scene. I think we have to.
There's like so many moments. There's just like the problem is like there's so many moments in this movie that just fucking gets you everywhere.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. It's like because you can see there's good stuff in there, like with C-3PO. Like C-3PO.
Oh yeah, hey, fine. This is the C-3PO movie.
This is C-3PO's movie, man.
Yeah, he finally got his shit. He finally got tired of everyone treating him like shit. So he's like, yeah, fuck you.
What was that guy? Babu Freak.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, yes, he's my oldest friend. That shit. But you know we'll get into that.
You know what the worst part is about that scene when they were rebooting his memory? Why did they archive his memory first? Because they're like R2D2 has a archive. I was like, cool. Why don't you guys do that right now?
No, they explained that.
Did they?
They did. It was very quick though. They explained it basically. Like, yeah, but he only has it up to a point.
No, I know that. I know R2 had it up to. But why did they when they were with the hacker man? They're like, hey, can you back up R2's? I mean, not C-3PO's memory real quick before we wipe it? No, he was like, yeah, sure. It was like, then it was like they were just gonna wipe his memory.
I think it was more like he just didn't have the space, but I don't know. I don't recall.
The fucking science
I
fiction
don't
hacker.
recall. Okay.
Oh, I was really tilted by that scene when they were like, yeah, we have to reboot his, we have to erase his memory.
And besides, I don't think he was much of a hacker, more that he just rewires shit.
Oh, okay. But he could. I mean, it's called copy paste. Control A, Control C, Control P into a different hard drive. Mm-hmm. That's all they had to do with C-3PO's memory. They could have just literally done that, and they didn't have to worry about wiping out his memory.
That store's over there, right?
Yeah, we're just gonna go this way. This is easy, so we don't have to do it on the stop sign.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was one of my issues. It was like, all right, so
okay, because I think if anything, we say an issue that we have with the movie, and then we give examples. I think this may be very much the best way to do it.
How did Leia die? She died off screen, right?
She didn't die off screen. She died. Well, okay. First of all, everything about her in there was off screen.
Yeah.
She wasn't alive during this.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, Carrie Fisher obviously passed away.
Yeah.
A few years ago.
Yeah.
So everything about with Princess Leia or Carrie Fisher's Leia character were all
like us character not a guy, but like
archive footage, because they said like, yeah, we're using oh wait, no, the next exit. We're using archive footage from the previous movie for that. Was my problem. I was like, it's cool that they put Carrie Fisher in this movie.
I don't like it though.
But I was like, everything about all of her scenes were really off. Like they're just like I think they were just literally trying to figure out, okay, well, how can we put Leia in this movie with these footage we have, right?
Mm-hmm.
And everything felt like, every time I saw her on screen, it felt like it was a really super bad CG. I mean, it's CG, but like it was like super really bad CG footage they had to use of her.
It was very depressing to see her in this.
Yeah.
It was just like I didn't want her in here, not because like I dislike her or anything, but because it's like, I don't know. It's just it feels like they're using
like her scenes were very, very weird. Well, because they had to rewrite. I mean, they definitely had to rewrite a lot of.
They definitely had to write around it.
Yeah.
It's like,
and they had to work with they used, but it just felt really weird with all her footage and scenes.
I think it's more like because it's like it feels like because she's dead. It feels like they really shouldn't have used her. I don't know. It's a very odd thing for me.
Yeah.
But like, man.
It was really like, I didn't even realize how she died. They literally said she's like, I think she just like she died off screen or something, right?
No, she was on screen. Okay?
When she died?
Her character.
I know her character was on screen, but like, how did her character die in the movie?
She laid on the bed and then basically was
died?
Ben, and then dies.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Just to get to Ben, because apparently it took all her strength to project her thoughts to her son.
Speaking of Force, what the fuck is the Force? Like, is there a rule to the Force anymore? I don't understand. They keep
the Force. Yeah, I know. It's very odd how they use the Force here too.
I don't understand what the Force is anymore. Like at first I was just like, it's magic, psychic, wizardry, and now it's like super ghost energy.
And it feels like the most OP of OP shit.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like the Force can do anything right now at this point.
I mean, it's basically like stuff that it took from, like, I believe, as people mentioned, Dark Empire.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to the old EU, where you get Palpatine coming back, and then clones, and then like super power, like OP Force powers and shit. But honestly, like in terms of movieverse, it feels very out of place.
Yeah, like everything about the Force in this movie felt very, very weird.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was like, cause like, especially with the Luke scene, I was like, all right, cool. Luke's came back to yell at Rey, but apparently he can interact with the physical world. I was like, what the fuck?
It's very annoying. And
can Force Ghosts do that?
No.
So this is the first time we ever seen the Force.
But they technically established that in Last Jedi.
That they can interact with the physical world?
Because remember, Yoda put the tree on fire.
I mean, no, he was using the elements to...
No, but yeah, he physically not physically, but he used the Force as he was a Force Ghost, and he used the Force to have the lightning strike the tree.
But that's different from, like... but like, he was using it to interact with nature, but like, Luke was literally just fucking stopping something in midair, right? He was like, when Leia threw the lightsaber, he was like, yeah, fuck this lightsaber shit. He literally came out and was like...
I don't remember this.
Remember when Rey threw the lightsaber into the fire back on whatever fucking planet she was on, right? And Luke Ghost disappeared. He's like, hey, stop that shit, right?
Oh yeah, he caught it.
Yeah, he was like, well, what the fuck? Can Force Ghosts do that? Like I understand that.
Yeah, I know, it doesn't make sense.
I was like, why the fuck? Why doesn't every Jedi come back as a Force Ghost then if they can do this shit? I was like, well, where the fuck's the Force Ghost army at?
Yeah. And also there's the issue with like now they do kind of play on the Rey Kylo Ren bond thing again, but this time it's more like whenever they interact in the bond, it appears apparently they can physically fight each other through the bond.
No, that's why I also hate about.
It was very odd.
When apparently the Force allows you to fucking move reality and space now.
Yeah.
Because apparently you can teleport shit with the Force. Like, oh.
Yeah, it's annoying as shit.
When the fuck,
in one part of me.
I mean, that fight scene was cool though. I mean, when Rey did that thing and then Kylo got the lightsaber out, and then I was like, I admit that was cool, but I was like, that shit doesn't make any sense. I was like,
no, yeah, it was very cool, but then it's like, then another part of me is like, this is not how the Force works.
Yeah, I was like, it's so confused. Like,
now you're just bullshitting with the Force.
Yeah.
And the thing is, even though it's not as specifically or really said out loud, the Force has rules.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, it's a thing I've noticed when I was watching the original trilogy, and then the thing is, Jedi can Jedi or Sith, right? Basically, they can fight each other, but they're either fighting or then they back off and start using the Force.
Yeah.
They don't do both.
Yeah.
And then it's just very weird, like how they're fighting through the bond, through the Force, but physically fighting as well.
Yeah.
And I take issue with it.
Yeah, I was so confused with the Force. Like, the Force does so much.
They honestly just play around with the rules. They don't really play around. They just kind of ignore the rules altogether.
Hey, but you know what the cool thing about the Force is? It allows you to become the Avatar, apparently. Apparently that's been a thing this entire time. Like, at any point during these movies, anyone could have just became the Avatar.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, but oh my god, we'll get to the end. We'll get to the whole
Oh, I was like, oh, okay. Alright, so, okay, let's keep to our disappointment. Hey, so... Oscar Isaac or Isaac Oscar?
I think it's Oscar Isaac.
Hey, he's a good actor.
Yeah, totally good actor.
Good actor. I see him and I was like, boy, nothing happens to his character in this trilogy. I've never seen such a bigger third wheel in a trilogy. And
I mean, there's also
he did literally nothing. He had no character arc. He was just like, hey, yo, what up? I'm the rebel flyer.
No, here's the thing. He has an arc. But it's over in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Because like there's a scene where
because the problem is they hyped up this new trio with the new trio. I was like, all right, cool. We got Rey, we got Finn, we got Poe. Here's the new trio, and then it's like I feel like they did nothing with his character throughout the entire movie. I was like, hey, yo, here's me. I'm Poe with my dick, and I'm walking around swinging it, and I was like, all right, cool, bye.
Yeah, sure. It's kind of like that, but like we have a chance to explore his backstory in like one like because here's for context. Rey, like, okay, so Kylo Ren, he finds Palpatine in the very beginning of the movie with a Sith finder.
Yeah.
And then he's basically as the opening scroll says, he doesn't want any stuff to his power.
Speaking of that opening scroll, we'll get back to that real quick.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Oh my god. Anyway.
Yeah.
So he goes find Palpatine. Palpatine's like, I'll give you power, and he's like, oh yeah, sure, okay. It's just like he's like, just kill Rey. He's like, yeah, sure, okay, I got you. He's like, I'll probably turn him first though. And then you know, basically Rey is like, I think I'm trying to. They became aware of like Palpatine sent the signal. So everyone knows Palpatine's alive.
They send it. If you play Fortnite, you know about it.
So then Rey is like, okay, we gotta go fight.
Oh, that's
Palpatine.
right. When we call back there, she was having the rocks on like a fucking avatar. Oh, that's more fucking avatar bullshit. He hit that at the beginning of the movie. I was like on my rewatch of that movie, right after I got told by the whole fact that apparently you could become the Avatar. Apparently the power of being a Jedi is that you can become the Avatar.
Like, we'll explain that.
You can have rocks hover around you like the actual Avatar.
We'll explain it in a bit, okay? Also, if you're talking about the rocks thing, that was a thing in like Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, really? Okay? Having the rocks fly with like this weird formation?
If you remember, I don't know if he was floating because I don't think that was a thing. But he was upside. I want to say he was like in a one hand, like Luke was in like doing a one hand stand type of thing. Mm-hmm. And then he was floating rocks at the same time while Yoda was on his feet. Okay, but hold on, but it wasn't as excessive as Rey. It wasn't as excessive as
Rey having like like two of them fly like different in like circular motion around her, like the fucking Avatar. All right, so anyway, so
there's a thing with Palpatine. Palpatine sends a message. Everyone hears that Palpatine's alive.
Yeah. Somehow.
And then which is fucking bullshit. Which is stupid and bullshit. Yeah. And then, like, they never explain it too, by the way. I'm just saying right now. They never explain it.
William, he spent all... in the last 20 years or whatever, he's been playing Fortnite. He's been getting V-Bucks. How do you think he built all those Star Destroyers? You can't buy that with Imperial money. You can only buy that with V-Bucks, all right?
Exactly. He had to remake the economical currency.
Yeah, that's right. He's been farming in Fortnite for the last 20 years.
But anyway, so then they're like, how do we find him? And then Ray says, oh yeah, there's something in my book that points to a MacGuffin that will lead us to at least I believe I used the word MacGuffin.
Yeah, that's right. You used it right. Yeah.
Right, a MacGuffin to find Palpatine.
Yeah.
And so they go ahead and they're like, okay, so we'll go look for it. But what was like, the I don't remember how they led them to the planet in the first place. A lot of these details escape me, but they end up going to another desert planet.
Yeah. Oh no, it was like Luke left a message in one of his fucking journal or some shit.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he left like some hidden code that.
Oh no, yeah, because it was stated that Luke knew about Palpatine and was looking for him, I believe, right?
Yeah.
And so and then he basically they're following the old trail that Luke had essentially left behind.
Yeah.
Through R2-D2, I believe.
Oh.
I believe.
Okay.
But
I know they talked about him in his journal and his magic book and his book of plot device.
Yeah, it's been a bit. But it's probably been a week since I've seen this movie. Oh, okay. And I don't care if we watch it again just to refine myself on the details. Mm-hmm. But so they go to a desert planet. They go to they basically they get to have some fun with a Burning Man festival.
Yeah. I was like this was so fucking out of place.
And then there's this ship, and then Rey's like, oh, I recognize this ship, and she recognizes from that scene where her parents are flying away.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And then but we don't know why yet. And then they find out that this is the ship belonged to an assassin. Just to explain real quick, they were being chased by stormtroopers at some point. Yeah. Apparently they were dead.
Yeah. Stormtroopers are everywhere.
Yeah, and then so they escape from the stormtroopers, find the ship, they go sink into a thing after finding these stormtroopers.
Yeah.
Go to an underground system, and then find the assassin with this old Sith blade that apparently has an old passage that says where Palpatine will be located.
Mm-hmm. And then R2 and then Theo like, yeah, I'm not translating that shit. C-3PO like, I'm not translating that shit.
Yeah, he's been forbidden to translate Sith language.
Do you know there was a Sith language? Have you ever established a Sith language?
Not in movies, but in EU.
I'm pretty sure in EU they established that, but I was like.
But in the movies, no, they never have. And so, basically that gives them a stop road. There's a giant snake where they used to establish
there's a giant tentacle monster that Rey has to fight off.
Rey basically says, I'll just transfer my life force into the snake.
Yeah. She'll rub the giant tentacle with her body.
Okay, thank you for the lewdness. But let's see, we go from there. We go to Kylo Ren, and then basically capturing Chewbacca in a ship.
Oh, real quick off topic about Kylo Ren's fucking helmet was fucking the dumbest shit. He could have just gotten a new helmet. I don't know why he had to repair his old helmet and look fucking stupid with it.
Yeah, I know. It's not the greatest looking thing ever.
I was like, I'll be like, all right, I know you like this helmet. You could get a new helmet, You could like get a cooler looking helmet instead of just fucking gluing it back together with a glue gun.
God, dude.
He literally glued it back with a glue gun, if you think about it. It looks so fucking stupid.
First of all, this wasn't a regular glue gun. It was orange glue gun.
Okay, you're right. It was stupid orange glue gun.
God, I don't know why the master is stupid.
Why didn't they give him a new helmet? He could have talked to one of the Knights of Ren, the guy that kills, that has a head of every stormtrooper. Hey, yo, can I borrow that helmet real quick? I need a new helmet.
God, dude, it's annoying. I hate that helmet to begin with. They only gave him the helmet just so he could be some kind of icon like Darth Vader. But he can't measure up, honestly.
Yeah.
Nothing against the actor. The actor's fine.
Yeah, hey, Adam Driver, good guy.
Yeah,
hey,
but
he's a good actor. A lot of these actors are good actors. All right.
They're just wasted on these films, dude.
So much stuff.
Oh yeah. Also, you find Lando.
Oh yeah, that's right. Then Lando came back.
Lando was like,
because they ran out of people. But
I forgot to mention Lando was there. They find Lando, and Lando's like, oh yeah, I was with Luke helping him find Palpatine, but I just kind of decided to stay on this planet.
For some reason.
Or something, I don't know. They don't really explain it.
Yeah.
And so...
Just like a lot of things in this movie, they don't really explain.
Anyway, there's a ship. Rey tries to take the ship that has Chewbacca in it from going away, using the Force. Kylo Ren's like, nah fam, and uses the Force on the ship, so that it's kind of like a tug of war. And then Rey is like, lightning force, and then kills Chewbacca. I say, well, quote unquote, kills Chewbacca.
Kill. As far as the audience knows, she killed Chewbacca.
Yeah, and then they have a moment where they grieve. It's kind of sad for them, but then like 5 seconds later, we find out Chewbacca's alive.
Yeah, Chewbacca can't die.
It's kind of like that Game of Thrones moment where Missandei is like, "Where is she? Where is she?" When the ship gets sunk by the Greyjoy fleet. God fucking. And then and then like 5 seconds later, you get revealed that Missandei is in
somehow survived.
Is in Cersei's custody
somehow.
So it's kind of like that.
Because the problem is, the solution was the fact that Dany forgot about the ship, the fleet. Okay, she forgot about it. All right.
Fuck me. Oh my god, it's
We're just turning to a Game of Thrones podcast.
No, the thing is, the Game of Thrones Star Wars is what I can say here. And that's depressing, but let's not get into that now.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah.
I guess I'm doing a scene by scene at this point, but like they have they're on the ship. They try to find the no.
They find Chewie.
No, I remember. This is why I was doing the lead up, because then they had to find a way to decode the Sith dagger, right?
Yeah.
Or something like that. But if I recall correctly, they lose it at some point.
Did they lose it?
I believe so.
Oh, that seems.
I think it was destroyed. I don't remember.
Oh, okay. No, it wasn't destroyed. They needed it because the ship, the dagger, was also a map.
No,
too.
because remember, Chewbacca had the dagger, right?
Yeah.
And so, but then they're like, well, what can we do, right? And then they basically move. They escape. I believe they go to where Poe used to live, before his background, and which his background is revealed or is explored in for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And so, we get this new character, Zuri, and who's interesting, but like it's like they don't do anything with her.
Oh, just like a lot of characters.
And it's like then they go to I believe they discuss with C-3PO like, oh yeah, we'll decode you and stuff, and then
we'll wipe your memories, even though we could, and we'll worry about your memories later. It's like it's for the greater good, C-3PO.
And so that's the thing. They wipe his memory. You find out where it is, and then
they go to water Tatooine.
They don't go to water Tatooine yet. But because then they have to get on the ship because they find out Chewbacca's alive. Because
that's right.
Feels through the Force that Chewbacca is alive. So they go on the ship, rescue Chewbacca after Zuri gives them like this Imperial thing that lets them go through anything.
Yeah.
And which is a big deal because she wanted to get off the planet, and then she's like, "Yeah, it's more important for you guys, even though I've only had like 5 seconds of development." And then they go on the ship. They rescue Chewbacca after some hijinks, and then Kylo Ren's like, "Yeah, your parents were nobody, but not your grandfather. Your grandfather was Palpatine." And it's dumb.
Yeah, and then he just threw that out.
It just kind of devolves a little bit of fan.
You know what the worst part about that? Was that fight scene that happened was in that room. That was like.
No, yeah, that's where they kind of established the whole Bond fight scene thing, where she's on the planet and Kylo. She's on the ship.
Yeah, in
Kylo
Kylo's room.
on the planet because they followed them onto this planet.
Yeah.
And then.
And then they can fight in like some 5th dimensional space.
Yeah, they fight in the 5th dimensional Force world. And then I mean it's odd because they basically fight to the Force bond that has been established in Last Jedi.
Yeah.
But they can physically interact with each other in a way that just does I know it's been kind of established in like Last Jedi, but it was nothing so outrageous as the fight. But it was like a simple touch of the fingers. It was like, yeah, sure, that's acceptable.
Yeah, it's like
but because it doesn't imply that he's actually there. It's just like the bond is so close that they can actually touch each other like through the bond.
Yeah. Which is fucking really weird. I was like, oh.
I mean, it was fine, at least for me, because I'm like, oh yeah, that's kind of neat. It doesn't really oversteps the bounds of the Force. But then in here it does, because then they actually literally take out the lightsabers and start whacking at each other, even though they're in 2 different locations.
Yeah. So if anyone were to see them, they just look like idiots fighting at lightsabers.
Yeah, basically. And so it's like Rey will cut open a bag that has produce, and the produce spills and produce on the planet, and that produce ends up being transported into the ship. It's very weird.
Yeah.
Now a fight, but anyway, that's the thing.
Yeah, and then
they're gonna really be a Palpatine, and then Kylo Ren's like, join me. join the dark side. It's kind of like your heritage, dude. And she's like, nah, fam. And she jumps out of the ship and onto the different ship.
Yeah, and then Finn, Poe, and Chewie gets captured.
And then they know that by this point they know that the
and then there's a spy, which probably, I mean, people already know, but then apparently there's been a spy this entire time that we're not bringing up until now, which have never been established until now, apparently.
Yeah, there was a spy who's been telling them like things. I don't remember what it was, and then it's Hux is the spy, and then he dies.
For some.
Because he doesn't want Kylo Ren to win.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
It's petty, but it's like his character, so I'm like, sure.
Okay, I think that's where you don't know what to do with Hux's character. I'm pretty sure they had a different path, and they were like, damn, we don't really have anywhere to do, so we're just gonna make him a spy at the last second. Because this is never like we just established like he just doesn't like Kylo Ren, but I was like, does he like him to the point where he's not he becomes a spy or?
Yeah, I know.
I was like, okay, like Hux being a spy is fucking out of nowhere. Because when you look at his character, I mean, well, to be fair, that's the point of spies too. It's for a character for you not to assume that they're a spy, right?
Yeah, but
he's
very much first order, but
yeah, I was like,
Kylo Ren's a leader, then he's like, oh fuck this.
Yeah, I was like, so when did he become was he a spy before? When did he become a spy? Before or after joining the First Order?
No, the thing is, he only became a spy after Kylo Ren came into power.
So he's
literally like, fuck Kylo Ren. I don't want him to win.
Yeah. It just felt really weird for Hux to be like, I would have been fine if he just gave to like literally any other random character for like Hux. It just felt really super out of nowhere for him to be a spy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I was very, and then they kill him. So I was like, all right, I mean, okay, yeah, you weren't gonna do anything with his character.
Anyway. So
yeah, and then they finally go to Water Tatooine.
They finally is it water? No, it's Endor. That's what.
I'm just gonna call it Water Tatooine.
Yeah, sure, but Water Tatooine. They find the cornerstone to Endor.
Yeah.
And then they find I don't remember her name actually. Was it
Zelg? Zerzi?
No. Zeri was the guy. Was the girl in the red suit with the gold helmet.
Oh.
I'm talking about the girl on
the Resistance.
Yeah, and then that we had this little
random side character that we didn't need in this movie, to be honest.
I'll just call her what's her name?
Resistant girl.
No. I was gonna call her Lando's daughter because this is what she is.
Is she actually Lando's daughter?
But it's never they never say it in the movie.
Oh.
So we have Lando's daughter, and then basically it's like you find out that she used to on Endor, or not on Endor, but she was from somewhere, that she was a stormtrooper, one of those kids that were abducted.
Yeah.
But then she and her troop basically were like, yeah, no, this is wrong, let's just go rebel. And then they rebelled, they became the Resistance. And this is kind of like a cool thing, because it's like then you have Finn, who was always alone, who always thought he was alone and actually going against the First Order, finding other people that were just like him.
Yeah.
It was a cool moment.
Yeah.
I like it, but they don't expand on it. Again, this is a problem with the movie, because a lot of these cool moments and a lot of these character interactions only live for like 5 seconds, and that's it. They're not allowed to breathe or let us take it in. They're rushing to get this movie finished.
Yeah, because it's almost as if they had to make 2 movies at the same time.
Exactly. And so it's like that's a saying. The thing is, they had this stupid thing too. No, they get the knife back from Chewbacca, right?
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, it's here, but where is it? And apparently the knife perfectly aligns with the landscape of the fucking
Yeah,
these rocks
it's a good thing there's never been an earthquake on that in that area of the ship.
And I absolutely fucking hate it, because it's like it's oh god, I just hate
what the worst part is? Rey just happened to be standing at the perfect spot for her to move to have the knife perfectly aligned.
It's such a dumb thing, dude. It's such a dumb.
I was like,
there's no way to establish that this knife was like a thing to a map marker in and of itself. It's kind of like that moment, but the thing is, in Aquaman, when Aquaman looks through the bottle,
yeah.
But in that it makes sense because it was a riddle. There's no way to indicate that the knife was the same thing.
Yeah.
And it's so dumb, and I hate it.
Yeah, I was really told when she did that. She saw the little gap that she took out the thing, and then she was like, "Oh, I can hold out the knife like this." What the fuck is this one?
Anyway. Let's.
I was like, I wonder what happened if she would. You know what the worst part? You will have to be standing on the right side of the ship. What happened if they were on the other side of the ship?
I don't know, man. Let's just take.
What would happen?
Let me just get through this, please, because honestly, revisiting this movie is giving me a headache. then it's like, oh yeah, well the Sith Finder is over there, right? And we're like, we can't get to the Sith Finder, and it's like it's because the Millennium Falcon for some reason they crash landed on the fucking thing. I don't know why they didn't just land. They don't establish that either.
No, didn't it say that the landing gear was broke or some shit?
I don't recall, and I don't remember, and it's dumb. Anyway, so they're like, we have to get this fixed, or we have to wait for the tides to, because the tides are like, the only way they can do it is do like the skimmer thing, like the thing you saw in the battle of Cattle Blight.
Yeah,
or whatever.
It's a good thing the tides never moved the ship. Otherwise, it's a good thing that the tide had perfectly kept the ship in place all these years.
Let's stop there, okay? Let me just get through this, please. So then Rey's like, fuck that. She gets on the ship. She travels the ways, even though it's very fucking dangerous, and gets on the ship. Then looks for a Sith Finder. Then she fights against her dark self. As
that's right. I forgot about that fucking moment. Jesus
which is
Christ.
Stupid, and I hate it.
I forgot all about the fucking moment where she fought against her evil, her goth self.
Yeah.
Her middle school self.
Yeah, and it's annoying.
With the stupid lightsaber.
And it lasts for all of like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Too.
Remember when that was an advertising point in the trailer? It was like when they finally showed her, like, oh, what the fuck is this? And
obviously, look, they were only doing it just to get people interested, and even then, it's just dumb.
Yeah.
Everyone knows she's not gonna turn dark. Everyone knows.
Especially with her stupid lightsaber. That's fucking god. So do you remember when everyone hated Kylo Ren's lightsaber when it first got revealed because it had a crossguard?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Christ, Rey's fucking Sith lightsaber was even more fucking stupid. It's a worse Dark Maul lightsaber because it's 2 blade attached and then it breaks apart for it to become a dual saber. Like, I was like, why the fuck is it just a dual saber at this point? Why do you have to? Why is it a dual? Why is it a? How the fuck do you even hold that shit? Shit like that shit like that weird lightsaber her goth self has. It's so fucking stupid. Yeah, and then she fight goth self.
She fights her goth self for like 5 seconds. Then she finds the
just like when Naruto had to fight himself when he was training to get Sage Mode.
Austin, please. Anyway, Sith Wayfinder, but she kind of loses it. Then Kylo Ren is there, and it's like he has a Sith Wayfinder. He's like, you can only find it through me. Join me on the dark side. It's like, no, just give it back, dude. And he's like, nah, fam. And he just crushes it in his hand. They have a fight, and then Kylo Ren almost wins. And then Leia does this thing where like she projects herself to the Force and then dies because of it. And then Kylo Ren's like, shit, fam. My fam died.
Yeah.
And then
the one that I definitely cared about this all throughout these movies.
And then it's like Rey, stabs him, I guess. And then she feels that Leia dies too. It's like, shit, fam.
Yeah.
Fam died. And then it's like fucking. Then she heals Kylo Ren to the Force.
No, that's an established thing. I know that's an established thing within the Star Wars canon. Force healing or whatever the fuck.
I mean, it's the only time I saw that established anywhere is not in the movies, but in The Mandalorian.
Oh, really?
That was happening in episode 7.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Anyway, let me finish.
Yeah, and then Kylo Ren is in the spirit world.
Hold on. Kylo Ren has a moment of crisis. Basically he has a chat with Dad.
Yeah, they got Harrison Ford back. By the way, Harrison Ford was not originally supposed to be that scene. That scene was definitely originally 100% supposed to be Leia. But then, of course, Carrie Fisher passed away. They're like, oh.
Look, man, I honestly don't care at this point. And anyway, so he has a talk, and it's like he basically goes through his memories. And then he's like, I don't think I have the strength for it. It's like, but you do, yo. And it's like, you're right, Pops. And then, he becomes good. Yeah,
he reconciles with his dad.
Although he does away his lightsaber, his only viable weapon.
Yeah. I was pretty stupid. I get that's a Sith lightsaber, but it's still a lightsaber by the end.
Yeah, and
it's still pretty cool looking.
Anyway. Through the Sith Wayfinder, Rey goes to find the fucking Palpatine while also leaving a trail for the Resistance.
No. This is where she traveled back to fucking where the fuck planet Luke was on. She travels back. She travels back to Luke's planet through Kylo's ship. Yeah.
Because she was like, oh yeah, dude, I don't want
to. This when she tried to go into self-imposed exile.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, she had a.
And then Luke's like, nah, fam.
Then Luke's coming back as a ghost and interacts with the fucking physical world.
Yeah.
It's some fucking bullshit.
Hold on, let me get through this. Anyway, Rey's like, I don't want to go, man. He's gonna turn me to the dark side. He's like, you gotta go. I did the same thing. You'll be cool. And then, you know, it's like, but then Rey's like, I can't get there. I don't have a way to get there. It's like, yeah, you do. And then, you know, he lifts up the ship.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
She realizes that the other Sith Wayfinder, which of there were two, was in Kylo Ren's ship. She takes that, goes off to Palpatine. And then leaves a trail for the Resistance.
And at some point, she gets another lightsaber. Luke gives her Leia a lightsaber.
Oh, Leia's lightsaber, which they was like, you know, I trained her, you know, that kind of thing.
And that was the thing. That was a moment. It's all flashback, but hey, that was the thing.
Anyway, let me get to this. I just want to finish this. Just let me finish this fucking shit. We're almost there. This is literally how they felt when I was watching this movie. We're almost done. We're almost done.
Third act. Third act.
Anyway, she's on Palpatine's planet. You know, she has a talk with Palpatine. It's like, yo, grandfather, stop being whack. And then, you know, and then Palpatine's like, nah, fam, join the dark side. He says as there's a giant choir just singing for some fucking reason. And I hate this too, by the way, because I don't know how to explain it, but like the thing is, this whole choir thing was like, they basically
was like, that giant crowd that was surrounding him?
Yeah, the giant crowd.
I'm trying to figure out what the fuck that was. I was like,
they're basically there just chant and go like, that thing you hear in Phantom Menace, you know, when whenever Darth Maul appeared, like.
So you think Darth Maul was traveling with a road band everywhere he go? He had a band.
Let me get this done, please. Just let me get this done. I fucking hate this movie. I don't want to spend any more time on this. Okay. Anyway, then he's like, oh yeah, look, you brought your friends here, and they're there, by the way, having a battle, trying to give Rey time.
Yeah, that's right.
Trying to stop this whole fleet.
Yeah, that's right. The whole fleet of Star Destroyer battle.
That have Death Star cannons on them, you know. So each Starfleet has a Death Star cannon.
And there was at least 5 Star Destroyers. I counted it. At least 5 of them.
Anyway, they're there. They all have Death Star technology, and then fucking let me get the word. Fucking the Resistance is there to stop them from leaving, right?
Yeah.
And then Rey is trying to stop Palpatine. Palpatine's like, strike me down in your anger, or your friends die. So it's like that kind of moment in Return of the Jedi when. And then, you know, she's like, shit, fam, alright, fine, I'll do it. But then Ben is there. But then through the Force Bond, they kind of like trade sabers. Because Ben is fighting the Knights of Ren.
Yeah.
And then Rey's like, oh yeah, I have Leia's lightsaber, I'll just use that. And I fight everything else instead of Palpatine. And then, you know, that happens. They have a fight. Finn destroys a thing. The ship that has a navigation thing that would have helped every other ship get to the other planets. They stopped that. And then it's like fucking Rey and then Ben are both confront Palpatine.
Yeah.
And Palpatine now this is established in EU, but this is only established like 5 seconds into the fucking
movie.
Into the fucking movie.
Okay.
Like when Ben and Rey are together, and then, you know, he does Force stuff on them.
Yeah.
He finds out. I was like, oh, I figured out Plagueis' thing about like immortality.
Oh.
You know?
Oh, it's when he takes their life energy or whatever the fuck?
Yeah.
And he threw Kylo Ren into a 50-foot cavern?
Yeah, and then that happens.
That's important, by the way. We literally see him fall all the way down that cavern.
Yeah. So that happens. And then, you know,
and that's it. Now he's back at full power. He has unlimited power.
And then, you know, Palpatine, you know, ejects Force lightning into the sky to get rid of the fleet. Which is stupid. And let me just get through this. And then that happens, and then you know Rey is gonna fight her, but then, you know, Palpatine's like, let me just throw Force lightning at you, and then she gets hit by it. Then she has a moment where she's like, you know, she becomes the Avatar.
Yeah.
As established. She hears all the Jedi speaking to her, basically.
Well, I can't wait till that scene comes out.
Rise, Rey.
You know what the best part about that scene?
Let me just get to this, please.
Yeah, I just
please.
want to talk about
I'm literally almost done. Almost done. I don't want to spend any more time on this shit. And then it's fucking
Yeah.
She gets up, takes out a lightsaber, you know, blocks the Force lightning that
it becomes yellow.
Tries to, you know, do.
Yeah, it becomes yellow.
And then, you know, no, it doesn't become yellow.
Didn't it become yellow?
No, it doesn't become yellow.
Are you sure?
It doesn't become yellow.
It looks yellow,
but
it
doesn't become yellow.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, she blocks the Force lightning, but it's too much. And then it's like, you can't defeat me. I am the Sith. You know.
Yeah, because he is the Senate.
I am all the Sith, right?
Yeah.
And then
yeah, because apparently Palpatine was in the Avatar state as well.
Here's also a thing I hate the most. Then she pulls out another lightsaber. It's like, well, and then she turns on the lightsaber, puts an X, and then we close in on her, right, into her face. It's like, I am a Jedi. They basically trying to do an Infinity War thing. No, like a fucking Endgame thing.
Oh, you're
right.
I hate
it. The movie did not deserve that moment, and it was a stupid moment to begin with. Okay. And so basically, what she eventually does.
Yeah, apparently lightsaber allows her to block Sith lightning.
She blocks Sith lightning and just rebounds it on Palpatine. And it's like, oh no, and dies.
Yeah.
And then apparently she dies because of that.
Somehow. And then Kylo managed to climb up all that entire fucking cavern that he was clearly thrown all the way down.
God, dude, I hate it.
And then and then she dies. And then and then Ben can't. God, it feels so weird calling him Ben.
Then Ben revives Rey. Then Rey kisses Ben because for some whatever fucking reason.
Yeah, they established that they definitely had a romantic connection throughout this entire fucking movie.
Yeah, it's stupid and I hate it. And then Ben dies. Yeah. And then she basically gets ghosted. And then she cries, I guess. And then apparently Finn and Rey will never be together, even though it makes more sense than fucking Kylo Ren and Rey, which is another gripe. And then she's on Tatooine. She buries the lightsabers.
Oh, you've got the part where they.
No, I don't care anymore.
We had this celebration. No, but with the gay people.
No, shut the fuck up. I don't
China.
Care. Shut the fuck up. I don't give a shit anymore.
You don't give a shit about the gay people.
She buries the lightsaber. She's on Tatooine, and she's like, and then someone asks.
Yeah, some rude bitch came out of nowhere. Who the fuck is this bitch?
It's like, who are you? And it's like me. I am Rey. It's like, Rey who? And then she sees the Force ghosts of Leia and Luke, and she's like, and then like. He's like, yeah, sure. And then she's like, I'm Rey Skywalker. And
God, that bitch was so fucking rude.
And I hate it. And we're done. We'll continue this in another.
No.
It's almost time
for
another movie.
No, it's not. We still got time. Shut the fuck up.
We're gonna go buy the thing, go to the other movie, and I'll hate on that, and then we'll continue on. Further gripes on Rise of Skywalker.
No, we can continue it now. We're fine.
No,
we're gonna continue this now. No. Okay, so anyway.
No,
stop. Okay, so anyway, you know what the worst part is? That fucking bitch was so fucking rude. She came out and we were like, "What the fuck was this bitch?" She was like, "Why is she being so fucking nosy about this shit?" It's like, no, who the fuck are you? I don't go around asking people for their last name. It's like, I'll ask her first. This bitch literally came out of nowhere. I was like, "Hey, yo, who the fuck are you?" But I was like, God damn, this bitch was so fucking rude.
I literally cannot just keep talking about this movie.
I can't.
It's depressing the shit out of me.
No, it's fine.
Because you have this moment where, again, you had that lesbian moment. You know what I'm talking about. Everyone's celebrating.
Yeah.
The First Order's been defeated. Palpatine is finally dead, even though he should have been dead since episode.
Don't worry, but he was pretty busy playing Fortnite.
And then you have these two women kiss, and it's like, yeah, that's a moment.
Yeah.
But you literally don't care for it because this whole movie's crap.
Yeah.
There's nothing to celebrate with this movie. It would be nice to celebrate that if the movie was good, but it's not. Every scene passes by. There's interesting stuff. There's like you have this whole moment where after Leia dies, Chewbacca is like, here's Leia's dead, and then he just breaks down. And it's the saddest thing ever.
Fucking Chewbacca has lost everyone.
I know he has lost everyone. I feel so sorry for him.
He's the most tragic character if you retrospectively think about it. He has lost everyone dear to him.
I mean, he loses his whole fucking planet. He loses his friends. Like, they're all dead.
Yeah.
He's known them for years, and they're all gone.
Yeah.
And then it's like, it's just heartbreaking, right?
Yeah.
But then you realize, I don't care. This movie sucks.
I care about Chewbacca.
Yeah, but this movie sucks. Yeah. Like, if it was in a better movie, this would have been heartbreaking. I would have had tears, dude. Mm-hmm. But I didn't, because this movie is garbage.
Yeah, so...
Oh my god, and then there's this fucking, like, again, there's the whole thing with Zuri. You learn that Poe used to be a smuggler, right? And then there's like, and then, he talks to Zuri, they have a history, it has this kind of history where, like, they might have, had, like, an attraction to each other, right? And it's like, you explore for, like, 5 seconds. Mm-hmm. That's the thing. And then there's this whole thing with Rey's parents where you see her backstory and you explored for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
There's a thing with not Poe, but with Finn and like Lando's daughter when he learns that he wasn't the only one who resisted against the bloody First Order. Explored 5 seconds.
Yeah. So.
And then it's like these new characters who are just introduced like for a few seconds, who would have been great, honestly, like the hacker dude, Babu Frink, I believe his name is. Again, 5 seconds.
Why did they find this hacker guy in Last Jedi?
And it's like all they do is go from plot point to plot point to plot point without letting us breathe or absorb the scene. And it's like a lot of this would have been great if it was for the fact that these were 2 separate movies.
Mm-hmm.
But it was 2 movies into one.
Yeah.
Because everyone hated Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Disney is aware of the backlash.
Yeah.
And so what J.J. Abrams did from then on was basically try to make take his own take on Episode 8 without actually making Episode 8.
Mm-hmm.
And again, this is where their planning, their lack of planning, shoots themselves in the fucking foot. Because if J.J. Abrams decided to stay on and basically gave us Rise of Skywalker in 2 parts, we would have had a very decent trilogy. Like, I would have not complained.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, basically, all Disney tried to do was basically take these movies, have no plan for them, and just think, just put nostalgia in there.
Yeah.
Just do whatever you want. The nostalgia will give us money. And of course, we get a shit trilogy.
Yeah.
They'll get the backlash from these 2 movies. Hopefully, they'll do better. But
hey, wait, you know, hopefully they do stuff with that kid from the last. Remember that kid? That kid go fuck himself apparently.
Yeah, look, man, the ending was weird. Ryan Johnson just like, I don't know, like
I feel like that kid was supposed to establish. I mean, then they're like, yeah, fuck that kid. That kid could go back to being a slave for all we know.
I'm pretty sure what he wanted to do there, at least because he wanted to have it tied to the Force Awakens thing. Because with Rey becoming a Jedi, there will be other Jedi to follow along.
Yeah. But I was like, Jesus, honestly, fuck that kid.
God, if the Last Jedi was divisive, I swear to God, everyone hates the Rise of Skywalker. But the thing is, it's interesting because I also looked online on Reddit, right?
Okay.
On the first, I looked on I look in like the Day 5 discussion because there's a week discussion for this. On the Day 5 discussion, basically everyone was basically pointing out moments that they loved in the movie, but they didn't critique the movie at all. Because at this point, then I go back to the Day 1, and then everyone just starts saying how they all hated it.
Yeah.
They start critiquing the movie.
Yeah.
But then in Day 5, I look back and I notice they're not critiquing the movie. They're just looking for stuff to enjoy from the movie. And at this point, I realize Star Wars fans are just desperate to find something to enjoy now.
Don't worry. But don't worry.
Because
They enjoy Baby Yoda now, so it's
honestly,
fine.
this trilogy just went to such shit that they're looking for something to at least validate its existence so that they don't get into a spiraling hole of depression.
I can't wait to see the fan edits that come out. Because with every trailer, there's always been that re-edits all 3 movies into one movie.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to see the fan edit for this trilogy because I am 100% certain that they're gonna nearly everything from Last Jedi is gonna be cut out of that fan edit. It's like with every fan edit I've seen of the prequel trilogy, the only scene they keep from the prequel trilogy is literally just the last fight scene as a scene. I honestly can't wait to see how fan edits of this movie is gonna come out. There's a lot of tilting issues I also had. Like, what is it? Like, Knights of Ren, because Palpatine's fucking bullshit.
You're gonna drink this?
Yeah, go ahead. You can drink.
I need something to drink after.
Yeah. You had a get on rant. Do Sith? Is there any other Sith characters in this movie that isn't Palpatine at this point? It feels like at this point Palpatine is responsible for every Sith character.
Essentially.
Like as far as I am aware, no other Sith character exists in this Star Wars universe. Not canon. EU. There's a bunch of fucking Sith characters, but as far as this canon trilogy, there are no other Sith characters. Palpatine is
responsible for everything. It's stupid.
Palpatine is the cause for everything that has ever happened in Star Wars. If you think about it, nothing in this movie happens. Nothing. No other character exists except Palpatine as a Sith character.
And we had plenty of Sith characters in the Clone Wars and stuff too.
Yeah, but they don't matter. None of them matter.
It's just wasteful.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of this trilogy is just a waste. And I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm sick of it.
What else? What else did I had? So we talked about. Oh yeah. So anyway, like I was saying, yeah. So you know what the worst part about this, about the opening scroll? Because the opening scroll is supposed to fill you in, right?
The dead speaks. The dead speaks.
You know the thing about the opening scroll? It references an event that only happens in Fortnite. You had to yeah. So you know when the opening scroll they talk about Palpatine sent out a signal?
Mm-hmm.
You know what that signal was in Fortnite. like the week before the movie came out, Fortnite had an event where you could watch an exclusive Rise of Skywalker thing. And it's probably just gonna be an exclusive clip. No, it is the actual signal Palpatine sent out. Like, so you know how the crawl's like, Palpatine has sent out a signal. Yeah, that signal was only sent in Fortnite.
That's annoying.
Yeah, but don't worry. At least we know Palpatine plays Fortnite. Exactly. Just like
you see, now
Fortnite and Avengers are in. Fortnite exists in both Avengers universe and the Star Wars universe.
Hey man,
everyone gotta get V-Bucks.
Look, what if Thanos is a Sith Lord?
Oh, Jesus Christ! You know, here's also a thing. It's like, so you know how Palpatine was building this secret armada for the last 20 years? How the fuck has he been building this secret armada for the last 20? You think?
Yeah, that's the thing they don't explain. They don't explain how Palpatine came back. They don't explain how he just happens to have a random Sith fleet.
Yeah, like
they don't explain. They don't really.
It's like these like no one. There's like no way anyone cannot be figured out. Like, hey. What's with all these fucking Sith Star Destroyers that are being built? Like, I don't fucking know.
To be fair, and I'm only saying this just because I'm tired, it's a big galaxy.
Yeah, to be fair, it's a big, but like, there's, like, we saw all those ships. There's no way, like, only like a few. There has been so many people working on that shit. So to the point where one of them had to flub, like it's the same thing. It's the same concept of like heist movies, where the more people you bring into a heist for your you son of a bitch, I'm in, right? Yeah, the more likely it's gonna get exposed. Like we saw, like there was an entire armada, like there was like no way without you could not have built that without like an entire fucking army of people or some shit. There's no way no one could have not flubbed at some point. Like, hey, yeah, so.
Yeah. So yeah, but.
Hey.
No,
hey, like no. Anyway, at no point, no one could have flubbed. Like they could have. Hey, honey, I'm home. Work was really tired today. Palpatine made us build another Star Destroyer.
God damn. God. God damn.
I'm imagining that scene.
What the fuck?
I'm imagining that scene now. It's the dumb shit. Right. Just a guy who. Oh yeah. So the guy that's working on the Star Destroyer goes and tells his wife, "Boy, Palpatine made me work on another Star Destroyer today. It's really exhausting. I hope I get overtime for Christmas."
They only had the one guy working on a Star Destroyer.
The one guy working on
one
guy. Yeah.
Eventually, his wife and kids leave him.
Yeah, it's like
he's just all
he was like, yeah, Bill from tax doesn't want to help. Well, doesn't want to come out to help me. So anyway,
Also, they have a real quick throwaway saying that Snoke was a clone.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They don't say he was a clone. They just show like a tank of clones of Snoke.
Yeah, he was just being grown in a lab this entire time, apparently.
That was Snoke's backstory. People.
Yeah. Boy.
2 second scene getaway.
Yeah, just so they could explain why Snoke was so fucking irrelevant, even though they hyped him up to be this new fucking villain guy. They're like, oh, yeah, nope, he was pretty much irrelevant this entire beginning, because we planned it. Snoke was planned from the beginning. Definitely not because we had to retcon him being irrelevant to the series. So, like I said, there was a lot of things I really did like a lot of the character directions, because I feel like Poe was definitely 100% wasted as a character.
A lot of these characters were wasted.
Yeah, like
also there's this whole thing. I'm just gonna get on it right now, okay? Just so like the thing is, there's this thing with Finn's character, like throughout this whole movie, where he's like, Rey, I have to tell you something, right? And it feels like a love confession type of thing. Right?
No. Jason.
No. You stop. Let me say. Okay. I know what you mean, but let me say it. Throughout this whole movie, Finn is like, Rey, I have to tell you something. It's like, what is it? It's like, I'll tell you later, right? That kind of thing. Yeah. And throughout this whole thing, it feels like it's gonna be a love confession. Mm-hmm. Now the thing is, I would understand that, because honestly, the chemistry between Finn and Rey. I know. Finn and Rey, the chemistry between these two is fantastic.
Yeah.
I love the fucking the dynamics between those two.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I would love if they got together, right? But then we have the fucking Kylo Ren Rey thing.
Yeah.
That happens because, like, I understand that, like, Ben is Kylo Ren is like, we're taking it the kind of way like the Obi-Wan did the interpretation. Like, you know how, like, he's like, oh yeah, Anakin died, but Vader is alive, that kind of thing, right? Kylo Ren died, but Ben was alive again.
Kylo Ren walk so Ben could run.
Yeah, but then it's like, Ben's, he's back to being a good guy, but then for some reason they kiss. That's the thing.
Yeah. Yeah, their romance just felt really forced.
It was just very last second.
Yeah.
Like, I understand there was this whole bond thing that they have.
Yeah, I understand,
in Last Jedi.
But I always thought that was just more like an actual representation of the Jedi ways and the Sith way, not like an actual like personal bond.
I mean, I also kind of felt like it was like a kind of thing where, they were like, they kind of understood each other, where everyone else doesn't understand them. They, at the very least, those two did. They formed a friendship of sorts, right?
Yeah.
But the reason I don't really support a romance between those two is basically because Kylo Ren was like evil, and he killed millions of people.
Yeah.
And so he also pardon the crassness for this, he also mind fucked Rey. When he forced himself into her mind, and hurt her. Mm-hmm.
Without her consent.
So but legit though, that's pretty fucked.
Yeah.
And so romance between those two, like, I can understand if Ben redeems himself, they kind of find a friendship,
Yeah.
But romance, no.
Yeah, Rey. Yeah.
No, but between Finn and Rey, yes,
yeah.
I would be all for it.
I mean, at least Finn had a character journey. Like Force Awakens was definitely
not in Last Jedi. Last Jedi was a rehash of his journey.
Yeah. Oh no! Force Awakens was his character journey.
That too.
And then after they didn't know what to do with Finn. They were like,
they rehashed his arc again.
Yeah. Hey, what's fucking Rosie? Rose. I think that was the fucking character.
Oh no, yeah, I hate what they did with Rose too.
She had like 5 minutes worth of screen time throughout this entire movie.
And it's like, it shows that she grew, but I wish she did more. Like, I don't hate her. I don't like what they did with her character in Last Jedi.
Yeah.
But I would have liked that they did something with her character in
Like have her die?
No, not have her die. I don't hate her character that much. Okay. Literally the only time, like, her character was fine, but it's just like how they used her character in Last Jedi when it came to the casino part really irked me.
Yeah.
Because she's talking to someone who basically understood where she's coming from, but they're acting like Finn wouldn't. And if they made it so that Finn understood, and then they could have connected in a friendship way.
Yeah.
They could have they're like, oh yeah, you understand what I went through too. We both went through some shit. But they're treating like Finn wouldn't understand what she went through. Mm-hmm. Because the thing is, arguably he's been through as bad or as worse, or worse than what she went through.
Yeah.
And it's like they could at least, like, the thing is, they acted like Finn didn't know. Mm-hmm. But Finn does.
Yeah.
And so if they treated him like his character better there, basically maybe him helping her out, helping her get herself up. I don't know, something. I'm not trying to redo the story now because honestly there's no point.
Yeah.
But like there could have been like something. I mean, there could have just been something better. Mm-hmm. Her character isn't bad. It's just their use of that character that was bad. Yeah. And so again, and then the thing is, in Rise of Skywalker, they don't use her at all.
Yeah.
And they also completely ignore the kiss thing, which I find is interesting.
Yeah.
But the thing is, anyway, back onto what we were talking about before. It feels like it was going to be a love confession, but then the whole Kylo Ren Rey thing happened. Yeah. And I'm like, why though? Yeah. Then what was the point of it? Then you find out through an interview later on that J.J. was like, no, yeah, he was just trying to tell Rey that he was force sensitive. Like, really?
Oh, really? Is that what it was?
Yes, that was it.
Oh, because the only thing I read was the fact that was Jason Boyega went on Twitter saying, oh, no, it wasn't a love confession.
It was John Boyega.
John Boyega?
It's John.
Oh, it's John Boyega. I thought it was Jason.
It's not Jason.
Oh, really? Oh, that's...
I mean, if anybody actually listens to these and they want to correct us, go ahead.
Okay. I think it is. Yeah, you're right, John Boyega. You're right. It is. I don't know why I thought it was Jason for some reason. Okay, but yeah, John Boyega. Yeah, he went on Twitter. He's like, nah, it was a love confession. Like, here's the worst part of this was like, what is it? Like, Finn and Poe had the best romance throughout this entire trilogy.
No, yeah, those two were pretty great to be honest.
Oh yeah, they're like so you know how J.K. really went back and retconned that Dumbledore and Grindel.
They had an intense sexual.
Yeah, they were deep into the backdoor action.
I mean, honestly, okay. First of all, I can understand the whole like Dumbledore Grindelwald being together thing, but I don't know why she had to say it like that.
Yeah,
it was very odd.
Yeah, But anyway, I was like, if you think about it, like Finn and Poe definitely had the best.
No, like they had the greatest dynamics. I love watching them talk. Dude.
Yeah.
They're fucking great. And it's like here they finally established a fucking what do you call it? They established a dynamic between Poe and Rey, which is like fucking finally. But then you see like Finn is a mediator between the two, and it's amazing. But we don't get any more than that. We only get like maybe 5 minutes of the scene. Again, they don't let it breathe, and then it's like that's it. Like honestly, all of this boils down to this: they should have just made a fucking plan to begin with.
Yeah, they should have
just going with it.
Yeah, so just figuring out along the way. They should have had this entire journey planned out.
Yeah,
but yeah, there was like literally just like so much stuff that irked me about this movie, especially with like there was literally, like I said, there was so much wasted character potential. Like some of the characters were pretty fucking unneeded. Like what is it, like the whole the new Boba Fett girl, the
Zuri, yeah.
Zuri, is that her name? Yeah, she was fucking unneeded. I feel like you could have completely cut all of her parts from this movie, and it would not have made a difference.
I mean, you could have, but but she's also apparently important to Poe's backstory, and I can understand that.
Yeah.
But they don't do anything with it.
Oh, I thought it was a turn.
You only get 5 minutes, and that's it.
Yeah, I was like, she's like her fucking.
Straight enough.
Yeah. But yeah, I was like, I was really just fucking. I was like, there was so much. Like, I feel like they spent too much energy on certain scenes and not enough energy on other scenes, right? Yeah. For this movie, like there was like so much unneeded fluff that we could have not needed.
Honestly, they just rushed it.
Yeah, they definitely did. But don't worry, at least we have Baby Yoda to save. Baby Yoda will save the Star Wars franchise.
Baby Yoda has saved the franchise.
Oh, you're right, he has saved the Star Wars franchise. Everyone, all 5 people who have Disney Plus account and all 20 million everyone else who's illegally watching the show have been saved thanks to Baby Yoda.
Exactly.
Yeah, don't worry, Baby Yoda will show up in the next trilogy.
Alright, I think that's it.
Yeah, we're gonna end it on Baby Yoda.
We're gonna end it on Baby Yoda,
yeah.
And the next time we're beginning on cats.
Yeah, hey, I'm so glad we decided to watch this movie instead of seeing Cats.
I mean,
is that what we call foreshadowing? Foreshadowing?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Kill
Baby
me now.
Yoda,
kill me now.
Baby
kill me Yoda.
Yoda,
kill me now. Oh my god. Okay, we're done. All right, I'm leaving.